Hi and welcome to RTG, Retro Tech Guardian, with Ted and I. Today, I'm quite excited really. We're going to be having a quick look at the Hitachi TRK 9100E. It's a boombox from the mid-1980s. Think from roughly 1983, 84 up to about 86. And the reason why I'm quite excited about this one is I used to own one of these back in the 80s. It was in much better condition than this one. As you can see, it's very dirty. There's bits of silver missing off it and what have you. But it came up on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and as soon as I saw it, I recognised it, and I thought, yep, that's exactly the one I used to have. Now there is, this one's TRK 9100E designated for Europe. They were released in other countries as well. And yeah, it's a single tape deck, and usually it's a 4-band radio. There's FM, shortwave, medium wave, and long wave. A small 3-way graphic equalizer. The balance knob is missing, unfortunately. The volume 1 does go on there, and let's see where it's set to. Let's get that set to the middle. So I do need to try and find another one of these knobs for that, and it was in very poor condition. I mean, as you look at it now, it looks dirty and in bad condition now, but trust me, before I've done it, I've actually taken this apart already, just so I can take this bit off to give it a bit of a clean. It was covered in plaster, in paint. You can still see some plaster across here and on the speaker grill here, and I can pull that off. So before we got to restoring this, because I want to restore this, I want to try and get this in the best condition I possibly can. So I'm going to do a series of videos on this machine, just because, like I say, it's got childhood memories for me. It is missing the aerial as well, but obviously that's just a telescopic aerial. They can be bought. The knob might be a little bit harder to find, but it is the standard type at the back with the flat edge there to lock it in position. So it can only fit in one place. And so yeah, I put some power in it the other day, just to, you know, when I first got it, and it powered up. There seems to be a few issues which we'll go through in a minute. These have detachable speakers, and then usually on this, you can see there it's got a treble speaker, a mid-range speaker, and a subwoofer. So as part of the renovation that we'll do, we'll take the speakers apart, we'll show you how they're wired up, etc. They have a very novel design to connect when they're on the stereo like this, to keep it neat. I'll show you that in a sec on the back. So we'll start. So we have a graphic equalizer, bass, mid, treble, balance, volume. There's a loudness button. There's a Dolby NR button, and the reason why I really liked this when I was younger was normal, chrome and metal selector for tapes. All the new modern ones that you get now don't have that on it, so I was quite chuffed when I had this. I don't have any chrome or metal tapes anymore. I will be looking to get them, and we will try and see when we get the cassette deck working properly, and we'll see if we can see the difference between the two, or three I should say. And then we have the function switch, which is tape or off, radio, line in and phono, and I'll show you on the back there. It's 2 RCA connectors, so you can connect a CD player. The beauty of this, you could put one of those little Bluetooth adapters on that connect to the phono inputs, so you could make this Bluetooth. And then you have your band selector, which is long wave, medium wave, short wave and FM. Here you have your tuning control. There's a tuning dial here, which is quite dark, it's hard to see. And then you have your tape deck with a softer jack, and these were soft touch buttons, so they are working. Feel a little bit sticky. Trust me, the inside is just as filthy as what the outside was. We won't be having a look at the inside today. Basically, I'm just going to show you what works, what doesn't. The tape deck isn't working. There was bits of belt inside. I managed to find oh, sorry, I should have said there's a little condenser microphone just in there, so you can record voice onto tape. I did manage to find the workshop manual for this, so if anybody has one and wants the workshop manual, I will gladly send that on. Just leave a comment in the video below, and if you require a copy of that, I'll get in touch with you. Send me your email address and I'll get that sent off to you. It is available online. I will put a link as well to the site where I got it from, so you could download it direct. But if you're not very good or doing that kind of thing and you're not sure, then obviously get in touch. I'll send you the copy over. And then you have a headphone socket on the front here as well, and your tape counter and reset here. So yeah, that's the front. Now we'll spin it round. It is actually a very heavy little unit. Yeah. Now on the back, as you can see, there's more dirt. You can see the aerial's broken off there. There is a socket here. You have to excuse me. Oh no, that's the screw there. Right, okay. That's the screw I've taken out. So there's one there, there's one under here, and there's a couple down here. So you've got your ground for, depending on what type of phono you use. I can't remember now what they were for. There's a ceramic type, and it's been such a long time. I think it's the ceramic type that needs the ground, and you'd have to connect that, or you get strange noises out of it. That's your phono input there. You've got record play here. I assume that's to connect up other units. And this one, I can't remember it off here. It's RF, and it's got A, B and C on it. Now I can't remember what that does. I couldn't find the user manual, so I will get on that when we go through the video. I'll find out a bit more about it when we go through. You can have an external microphone. Now these are your speaker inputs, and as you can see, there's nothing in them. But if you lift the little flap on the bottom of the speaker here, there's one on the other speaker. You can see there's your lead and there's your jack. So you can connect your speakers up like that. Now the idea of that is you disconnect your speaker, and then you can place your speakers like, I don't know, maybe 2 foot away from the unit and try and get a bit of spatial sound or a better stereo effect. Yeah, but as you can see at the moment, when it's being used, they're not connected. So what we'll do is we'll power it up in a sec. I'll just go through here. You've got your label on the back, model TRK 9100E, made by Hitachi. You've got your mains here, so there's a normal figure of 8 mains connector and a 12 volt DC connector, so you can run it off 12 volts. You can also put batteries in. There's a battery compartment here which I'm going to take off. Now one of these contacts here looks like it's corroded, but I think it's just corrosion and not battery corrosion. The rest of it is so clean, I don't think it's battery corrosion. Now they do take the big D cells, or these old 1970s ever ready HP2s, which I managed to acquire. That's what Ted's propped up against, 2 of those. So it takes, I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. Yeah, of course it does, to give 12 volts, 1.5 volt each, so 8 of them would be 12 volt. If I remember rightly, when you got these, or something like the Ever Ready from the 80s and put them in, it didn't last very long at all, especially on high power. I think it's 15 watts permissible music power, PMPO, or 5 watts RMS per channel. Didn't sound very much, but I remember back in the day when I had mine, I was very impressed with the way it sounded. So yeah, so you can put batteries in the back, and that's really it for the back. So what we'll do is we'll plug it in. Oh, sorry Ted, just knocked Ted flying. We'll put him over there out of the way so we no longer become a casualty. So we'll plug it in and turn it round. Yeah. So you can see there's a little operation LED there. I don't know if that shows up very well. You can just about see it. So we'll turn it to radio. Now I need to keep my finger on the aerial because there is no aerial. You can hear it working. It does need a better aerial, obviously. See if I can find a better station.
Right.
No, maybe I can't. Which is weird because it was working a bit better than this.
Current support was reached 6 years ago. Problems from various groups. The override something like 65-year-old dealer.
Right, there's a mono button here, and I can see what I've done when I've pushed this back together. There we go. It's a mono stereo button. And I think what I've done is, that's better. So it's out now. So now you can see the level meters going up, but I assume they don't work properly because we're not tuning very well because we haven't got a good aerial on. So it does come on, it does work, but it is only on one channel at the moment. The other channel is very, very quiet. Now I have taken those jack plugs and plugged that speaker into this channel, and that speaker works. So it's not the speaker itself. I don't think it's the connection on the side, and I'll show you those connections in a second. Now obviously I can't show you the tape deck working. If I push that in, I can't show you the tape deck working because the belts are gone on it. So I have ordered the belts. If you have one of these and you want to know what belts they are, I will put that in the video description below so that anybody who wants to buy replacement belts for this particular unit can. You know what you're looking for. So yeah, so that's the unit basically, and like I say, I was quite excited when I saw it. There is one that's much better condition for sale on eBay, and I have seen one I think on Marketplace in much better condition than this, but I'm not bothered about that. I am going to try and completely renovate this. One of my ideas is I'm going to see if these speaker grills will come out. If they won't, I will be trying to mask all this up, clean it all up, mask all this, and we're going to get some chrome spray and try and redo the chrome on these. These buttons here, which have gone all, I don't know if it shows up on the video to be honest, but they're not in very good condition. These knobs, as you can see, aren't in the best of condition either. So I'm going to try and do the same with those, Gonna try and get them smooth them off, try a bit of chrome spray on them, see if I can get that looking better, just on the knobs, or I look for a new set of knobs. Maybe someone will sell ones that fit this just right, I don't know. I would like to keep the original ones, but hey ho, you know, whatever I can get. So yeah, we can try medium wave. You will get interference from inside the house. Try and find a station that works. No, I'm getting too much interference. Shortwave. Be very surprised if that works well without an aerial, because shortwave does rely on a good aerial. And then obviously we had FM on earlier.
By the London Philharmonic Strings.
No. No, can't really get a good signal. So anyway, we will get an aerial for that as part of the renovating it and doing it up. So anyway, let's whip off this power lead and I'll show you these speakers. Now then, if we turn it back round, you can see there's a clip here. You can pull that clip and the speaker will come towards you. And then you pull the speaker away. Now on the side of the speaker, there's 3 connections. Now, on this particular side, that top connection does nothing but just hold the speaker in place. But these 2 are your, one's the signal and one's ground, and that's what gives you your sound through into your speaker. So you don't need to have your cable connected, which I thought was very clever, and because it makes it really neat. And you can see on that side there's that little connector there, and there's these. Now I've just measured the voltage across there in AC, just to see if I was getting any voltage through from the amplifier to that. I don't seem to be. So I don't know if it's the amplifier itself that's faulty, or is there a bad solder connection, or what have you. That's what we're going to find out together. And then the other speaker does exactly the same thing. Pops out. There you go. And on this one, you've just got the 2 connections. So these 2 connections are made to get your signal through to your speaker. I don't know why on the other side they didn't do that. I assume it's because when you open it up, there's a board very near here, and I assume they didn't want the metal strip that goes across that connects these to it when you close this, and I assume that's what they didn't want being connected. So again, I'll show you all that when we take this apart. I won't be taking it apart for this video. And to take it apart anyway, we have to take all these off, so I'll leave it on for now. But the next video I do, we will be taking this apart, having a look at the tape mechanism. It is very, very dirty, so one of the things I am going to do is take it apart and clean it properly. So we will be taking every board out, completely apart. I want to take everything off this plastic at the back so I can get the plastic in the shower and shower it off and clean it properly, and then we can see exactly what we've got. I have done this one very quickly, because when you pull this off, these switches come with it, but they are released from the mechanism behind. I can show you that when we take that off. So I have given this a dead quick clean. It doesn't look like it, but I have. Trust me, I didn't want to bring this in the house while on our dining room table without cleaning it first. So yes, I'm super excited. Like I say, I found the schematic diagrams and everything from the workshop manual. So I will put a link to that and a link to the sizes and the numbers for the belts that you need. I think there's 3 belts for this one. I have ordered new belts. They're probably going to take a week or 2 to come, so we can worry about the tape deck in a future video. But the motor, the outside case of it is rusty. We'll show you all that. I want to clean that up and get that looking good. So we will be trying to take the motor off and sanding the outside of the case, and I don't know, maybe we'll have to coat it with a little bit of machine oil, stop it going rusty again. We'll have a look at that anyway. So yeah, so that's it, the Hitachi TRK 9100E. My childhood stereo, not this particular one. I had my original one stolen from me, and it was years ago. Never really gave it much thought after that. And then, like I say, this came up just browsing through Facebook Marketplace, and this came up, and I just had to get it. I paid £20 for it as it is. Like I say, I know one channel's working well, the other one isn't working very well. It's not the speakers, so that's the one thing that we're going to have a really good look at and see what we can do with that. Everything else does seem to work, obviously, apart from the tape deck. The graphic equalizers do change the sound, the volume is working, the balance is doing the balance. All these switches seem to work and be able to put it in. I haven't connected the line in, or the phono, so we can try that with got a little mini disc player. I can maybe put the mini disc player on that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. And like I say, we'll upgrade this together. We'll have a go with it. And if anybody's got any ideas of the best way to clean these buttons up and get them back to fresh, or if anybody knows someone that would sell brand new knobs for these things, or this kind of style knobs. This one is a short one, that one's the same. These 3 long ones, you can see the difference there. So it's a short one that I need. So if anybody knows anywhere that sells them, or you know, maybe has some lying around, and let me know, I'll gladly buy them off you. Yeah, so we'll see you on the next one. And like I say, we'll forget the speakers, we'll be taking that apart just to clean everything first, because the amount of dirt and plaster and dust and debris that's on the boards underneath, I didn't want to have it on for too long anyway because of that. I would imagine it's going to overheat unless we do that. So right, so next time we'll do that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And obviously, if you did, give us a like. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down, and please consider subscribing. It does help me out, does keep me motivated to do more videos. I haven't done as many as I should do recently, but the job I do, I deliver to the NHS in an 18-ton wagon, non-medical supplies. And as you can imagine, in the Christmas run-up, it gets very busy. People going out, getting drunk, having accidents, and need more pea pots and everything for the bedpans and what have you. So that's the kind of things I deliver. I must say, not the new ones, not the old ones. And so yeah, so I'll try and make myself a bit more time to do this. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.